Oh, yeah. Here we are again, folks. Welcome to the big show on a Wednesday. How are you? Great to be with you. What do I got to report? Nothing really. I guess we'll get right on with it. Big day in D.C. yesterday. John Cornyn and Mitch McConnell, the man without a chin. They caved on a bill, a gun control bill, so to speak, lack of a better term. The Senate unveiled Tuesday the language of the bipartisan gun control deal. Senator John Cornyn, Republican, Texas, struck with Democrats at Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's behest. What is he, Vito Corleone?
Yeah, a lot of buttons in the family, Senator. A lot of buttons on my behest.
Just no chins.
Yeah.
Are you saying he knows nothing about these matters?
To my knowledge, nothing.
I'm going to find out what the hell happened here. All right, this committee is now adjourned.
Yeah, you better find out what happened. I'll tell you what happened. I've been telling you people. The Republicans, it's the best metaphor in it, whatever. The Republicans are the Washington Generals, and the Democrats who are in power are the Harlem Globetrotters. And they travel together, and the Republicans pretend to be the opponents of the Democrats, when actually, you know, Mitch McConnell is twirling the ball with Curly Neal and Meadowlark Lemon. Do you get what I'm saying? NPR reports that the gun control expands background checks for gun buyers ages 18 through 20. The legislation also expands the prohibited buyers list by adding dating relationships under the domestic violence clause, thus closing the boyfriend loophole, which sounds dirty. Democrats have been arguing against for years. I don't see a problem with that. If there's if somebody's got a restraining order out against some nutcase, I think that's what they're talking about. I don't know. But the rest of it, again, it's all going after people who buy guns legally. Do you understand? You're going after the wrong people. And it's always going to be that way. Because your average street thug doesn't go into Pro Bass Shop and buy a 9mm. He gets it in the park at 3 a.m. from a guy who got it from South Carolina. Look at these two young old ladies, I should say. The legislation also contains financial incentives for states that agree to adopt red flag law. Everything is, hey, pay off. Here you go. We'll give you this. You can get a statue of George Floyd. Just let us take these guns away. Rep. Matt Gaetz, Kennedy lookalike. Let me say this about that. Gaetz anticipated the final financial incentives for red laws, telling Breitbart News Saturday that the Cornyn gun control package uses federal money to bribe states to enact red flag laws. And he's exactly right.
You're a real crumb bum.
Not him. We're talking about Mitch McConnell. The NRA, it's supposed to be a states thing. NRA responded to the gun control by saying it falls short at every level. Again, the biggest thing, going after people who use them properly and buy them. They added, this legislation can be abused to restrict lawful gun purchases, infringe upon rights of law-abiding Americans, and use federal dollars to fund gun control measures being adopted by state and local politicians. The NRA noted this bill also leaves too much discretion in the hands of government officials and also contains undefined and overboard provisions inviting interference with our constitutional freedoms.
Yes, sir.
So these things are ripe for abuse. Let's put it this way. If, Johnny Depp had a bunch of guns, maybe he died, I don't know. But you don't think Amber Heard, that would have been the first thing? She would have went after him a long time ago. He's got 12 Uzis in the closet, whatever. I don't know. He's a Hollywood lip, so I doubt it. But I'm just saying it's ripe for, if your neighborhood is playing loud music and you're starting to dislike him, you could call him and say, this guy's mentally ill. So I'm beating my cat, whatever. And then it's just an excuse, folks, to take guns away, again, without you having a say in it. Due process will be destroyed is what it will, right? That's it. And you know why Mitch McConnell's such a good leader? You can see it in guys that have strong chins. You know what I mean? Take a look. There's no way he wasn't going to be a leader. Look, he's a born leader. Oh, is that a tongue? It's a tongue. And that's a fly. Oh my God, where is that guy's chin? All right, let's move on because I have a gynecological exam at 2:30 on YouTube. I'm doing my own pap smear with a putty knife. I think I found the new show. It's going to be that. I'm just going to look in the camera and be funny. F the news. Anyways, let's continue, shall we? Let's stay on the, let's go to, God. Oily to bed, oily to rise. President Biden escalated a war of words with Chevron CEO Michael Worth. What a bad name to have when you're the CEO of Chevron, of an oil company. Michael Worth, his middle name Billions. Good night, everybody. Tuesday, after the country's second largest oil company rejected the president's political rhetoric about high gas prices. Here's Biden being the clueless a-hole and smug bastard that he is.
I didn't know they'd get their feelings hurt that quickly. Look, we need more refining capacity. This idea that they don't have oil to drill and to bring up is simply not true.
What a liar.
This piece of the Republicans talking about Biden shut down fields, wrong. There are 9,000 of them, okay? So then we ought to be able to work something out whereby they're able to increase refining capacity and still not give up on transitioning to renewable energy. They're both within realm of possibility.
All right. I don't know who I hate more, him or the broad over there. Do you have to? Anyways, you're such a lying sack of shit. It's all about permits, handing out permits and whatever, and shutting down pipelines. And we shouldn't even be in this mess and blaming Putin still, which everybody's laughing at, you silly. What a smug. Oh, I didn't know they get their feelings hurt that easily. He has a contempt for anybody that, is smarter than him. Boy, I dislike this guy. Wow. And Hunter I'd hang out with tomorrow. That woman over there giving signal should be put to sleep. Jesus, how PC can you? Anyways, who's uglier?
I don't like your jerk-off name.
I'm talking about
I don't
her.
like your jerk-off face. I don't like your jerk-off behavior. And I don't like you. Jerk-off.
Yeah, and talking about Joe.
You know you're a fucking mumbling, stuttering little fuck. You know that?
Worth wrote to Biden that addressing high gas prices requires, and this is in quotes, thoughtful action and a willingness to work together. Oh, that happens a lot in D.C. Last time that happened, John Adams was not political rhetoric. Biden last week blamed oil companies. Listen to this. He contradicts himself day after day. Biden last week blamed oil companies for contributing to high prices, arguing they aren't refining enough oil after previously claiming that they aren't drilling enough on existing federal leases, and slamming companies such as ExxonMobil and Chevron for reaping massive profits as global prices rise. Oh, you really are, man. I filled up here in Savannah. My car, it says I have to put super unleaded in it, and I use a credit card, so I'm getting it boned in the ass as hard as you can. $6. Right here in Savannah, $6. And it stopped at $100. It wasn't even full. I had a little more to go, I guess, which tells you, remember there was a little bit of a problem with getting oil down here, and the probably said 100's enough. Anyways, Worth pushed back on Biden's portrayal of the companies as responsible for soaring gas price. Finally, somebody calling him on his bullshit, which last week hit an all-time average of more than $5 per gallon.
Are you interested in the real story?
I am, sir. In 2021, Chevron produced the highest volume of oil and gas in our 143-year history in the first quarter of 2022, or U.S. production was 1.2 million barrels per day, up 109,000 barrels, so they were drilling, per day from the same quarter a year earlier, Worth wrote. In the Permian Basin, where I have a beautiful house with my wife and kids, centered in West Texas alone, West Texas, yeah, even I know, Dallas, again, Dallas is from Texas. I go west, and he goes, ugh. What's the crappy beach in Texas everybody makes fun of?
Well, there's Corpus Christi, and then there's also Padre Island.
No. It's another one. Brett Butler used to use it in her act. Does it begin with a C? Anyways, I'll say it and you're like, oh yeah. Centered in West Texas. Alone, we expect production to approach 750,000 barrels per day by the end of the year. That's just for, Biden and his security detail SUV. An increase of more than 15% from 2021, Worth added, smacking Joe around like the Fredo bitch that he is. And Chevron's U.S. refinery input grew to 915. Boy, he really came up with some numbers to shut Joe's mouth. 915,000 barrels per day on average in the first quarter of this year from 881,000 in the same quarter last year. We're getting killed at the pumps, and there's a million answers right in front of us. Did I have a wet dream? Weren't we energy independent and leading the world in energy when Trump was president about 5 minutes ago? You know what I mean? And then we get this guy, and this stuff happens.
Hey, fellas, it's stop! Look, I'm a successful cook! Success!
That looks so real. Gas prices increased gradually during 2021 from about $2.30 to $3.27 per gallon before surging when Russia invaded Ukraine on February 20th. It's always the Russians.
What exactly leads you to believe the Soviets were involved?
Because Adam Schiff said they was. Republicans say Biden contributed to the crisis by seeking to impose a moratorium last year on new oil drilling on public lands and by spiking new oil pipeline projects. Exactly. Including the Keystone XL pipeline from Oil, Canada. Shut that. It's insulting how dumb they think we are. And he comes out there with that smug. They are horrible people. From your average asshole on Twitter right to the White House. You can take my guns, just don't take my muskets. I got a shitload. Oily Freudian slip. Freudian. Oh my God, what happened? I'm fucking losing my shit, folks. White House press secretary, the openly gay and black Karine Jean-Pierre. People say that, she's a spokesman for the president because she checked all the right boxes. And apparently she's eaten all the right ones, too. Fuck it, you couldn't have thought of that in a million years. White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre struggled to provide a coherent answer on how President Biden will address skyrocketing gas prices during a press briefing Tuesday and started to say the president is trying to, and she made a slip. She wanted to say alleviate. Well, let's go to the black Raggedy Ann doll.
About doing that. I mean, the president has been very clear in making sure that he does everything that he can to alleviate the pain that American families are feeling when it comes to gas prices.
When they say he's doing everything that he can, does that include like going for a bike ride on Saturday? And what the fuck? Everything he can? Does that include him? What's he do? Like he shuts off Murder, She Wrote right in the middle of it and goes, I better look busy. What exactly can he do? The guy ain't going to be around. Like I said, he's not old just for a president. He's an old 78, 79. I mean, he could go tomorrow, I'm praying.
He ain't no Clint Eastwood.
He ain't no Clint Eastwood. Look at Clint, for Christ, still making movies. I don't want him to die. That's going to be sad. There's something about Clint. It's true. Look at the mind. That's how that goes, though. I got a feeling I'm going to be one of the early ones. I'm going to be like Biden. I'm going to be down here at Savannah. You're going to see me in my robe, walking in the breakdown lane on 16 West, looking for my wife, squatting and dropping low. But she, Freudian slip was beautiful. This girl's terrible at her job, by the way. It's what happens when you hire people based on how they look. She's just terrible. Terrible. Nice woman, I'm sure. We have a lot in common. We like to eat pussy. Stupid hairdo. I had that in 5th grade, believe it or not. But she's terrible. She has to look down at her notes. But how would you like to speak for this moron? She's got the toughest job in the country, trying to make this guy look like he knows what he's doing. Why would you take that? Gas prices have risen astronomically, putting massive financial pressure on working Americans. Senator Teddy Cruz, another one who yaps a lot, but I don't see much getting done. I'm starting to lose faith in him. Very bright guy. Here he is, Grandpa Munster. Senator Cruz, Texas. We know, for Christ's sake. Why did they put that in there? Quipped that the gaffe was Freudian slip. Oh, did you? Hey, terrific. Picked up on that, huh? Zing, zang. Arizona Republican Party Chairwoman, Dr. Kelly Ward, seen lying here about a fish she caught, commented that Jean-Pierre had got it right the first time by saying Biden is elevating the pay. Boy, those Republicans, I'll tell you, get nothing by them. I had a 4-year-old girl picking up on the Freudian shit. She's doing just great at this job, contributing. Anybody funny on the right? I'm starting to believe the other people. Contributing editor at The Spectator, Stephen Miller, who I love, by the way. Rapey eyes. Sarcastically quipped. This guy, every time I show him, I bring it up. Do you guys remember 48 Hours? Of course you do. The movie with Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy. The shootout at the beginning in the hotel lobby, and the cop gets shot on the steps. He's like, God damn it, Jack, don't you do it. That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. He's like a robot. And the other guy lately that I've been watching on, who I don't think anybody can beat in an argument ever, Ben Shapiro. First of all, he talks like this. He talks like a robot. Well, and creepy Jew smart. Can I say that? Sure I can. I just did. I meant it as well, I've never met a dumb Jew, I gotta be honest, except for, again, Rich Voss. Fox News contributor Katie Pavlich observed, elevating the pain. She was correct.
You are correct, sir.
I just did that so Dale could see a picture of Katie Pavlich. Girl loves her guns. Earlier in June, she called upon meaning her? Called upon oil companies to provide gasoline at more affordable prices as a matter of patriotic duty, appearing to shift some blame for the gas crisis from Russia towards the gas industry itself. See, it used to be all Russia's fault. We know where to put the blame on the war, but oil companies, they have refineries. They have responsibility too. What they have been doing is taking advantage of the war.
Liar!
Why?
Liar, whore, and you know it!
Biden himself recently issued controversial messaging on the topic of rising gas when he blew a large one in front of the Queen of England. Good night, everybody. Look at him. Suggesting we're going through an incredible transition and pitching the bold claim that we'll be stronger and the world will be stronger and less reliant on fossil fuels when all this is over.
Will you shut up? Will you please shut up?
That doesn't help people sitting at the kitchen table going, should I feed my kids Alpo tonight or can I afford fish sticks and gas, you dumb fuck? You understand that? You go, oh, you know what? But in 30 years, we'll be off fossil fuels. It's not how life works. You notice all the big plans Democrats have are always 30 years down the road. If we do this now, You know why? Because the results they don't have to worry about it. They can't tell if we're right or wrong if we put it. It's always this. You're not going to break the planet. Can I say it one more time? You can't break the planet, you arrogant fucks. You can't. Anyways. Yeah, but the weather and the hot and cold spell, it's been going on since the dinosaurs were taking dumps in my backyard. And by that, I mean my grandparents. Good night. Exactly. How do I? God damn it. Mama. Dada. You know how I miss this guy.
What should you call the group of dancers in a ballet?
Silly savages.
What is it that writes and having writ moves on?
A meter maid.
One funny cum dumpster, I'll tell you. I love Paolo. Loved him. I would have loved to got drunk with that mother. They say he got mean when he got. Anyways, folks, we got a new sponsor today, which is a good sign. Whether you're taking a road trip, riding a roller coaster, or even have side effects from medications, if you're getting older, nausea is becoming a more regular part of your life. And you know what? I'm finding that out this year. After the and Colin Quinn said it on the phone. I wake up nauseous in the morning. I think I might be pregnant. Anyways, if nausea, I bet you that would work for pregnant women. If nausea is getting in the way of enjoying life's important moments, I've got your fix. Relief Band. Relief Band has been clinically proven to quickly relieve and prevent anxiety-induced nausea and vomiting. It's like the name says. It's a band you wear on your wrist to give you relief from nausea caused by things like anxiety, motion sickness, migraines, hangovers, your wife's voice. No, I'm kidding, folks. Morning sickness or chemotherapy. You change the intensity depending on how you're feeling to make it stronger or weaker. It's simple. You know when I used it? They sent it to me a long time ago, a sample. I used it up in comics up in Connecticut, the casino, and Mohegan Sun. I was hungover. You know, the minute I got up there, I like those guys. They drink, and I went hard, and I had that in my bag, and put it on. I didn't rehydrate, and I felt much better pretty quickly. You can use it for hangovers, I guess what I'm saying. Relief Band is 100% drug-free. It's non-drowsy, provides long-lasting relief with zero side effects. And they just released their Relief Band Sport. It's waterproof, has an extended battery life, and attaches to your Apple or Android watch. So if you have finally taken that summer trip that's been on your calendar since 2020, I get good news. Right now, you can join the over 100,000 people Relief Band uses with an exclusive offer just for my listeners. If you go to reliefband.com and use promo code NICKDIP, you'll get 20% off, plus free shipping and a no-questions-asked 30-day money-back guarantee. Remember, it's better to have a Relief Band and not need it than to need it and not have it. So head to reliefband.com and use our promo code NICKDIP for 20% off plus free shipping. We thank you for sponsoring the show. I'll tell you who's in the news. You notice Bill Cosby's nose is getting whiter as he gets older? How much? I don't know. Must be a Coke joke in there somewhere. I don't know. He's back on the nose. And I'll tell you something. It's not because he's got a new series coming out. Series of disappointments. I never liked this guy. I never liked him. Jurors found Billy Cosby. I didn't know he was still being charged with all kind of. Look at his nose. I don't get it. It's happening to another older black guy. I forget who. Michelle Obama. What the fuck? How can you? No, that was just a good one. No, you're right. I should have had it. Jurors found Bill Cosby sticking pudding pops, sexually abused a 16-year-old girl. Hey, who hasn't? No. In the civil suit filed by Judith Huth, who accused the former comedian of sexual assault at the Playboy Mansion. Wow, what's the statute of limitations on these? The Playboy Mansion in 1975 when she was a teen.
Raping me! This is rape! This is rape!
Also, why is a teenager at the Playboy Mansion?
Oh, come on, don't be a square. Why any other teen is hoping to blow some movie but yeah, no, it starts with the parents, right? Hey, Mom, I'm going to go to the, how old was she, did I say? 14, 15?
16.
16. Wow, that's on the edge. For L.A., they start blowing guys on, on Hollywood Boulevard as they get off the bus, hoping it's the next Johnny Depp. Anyways, Huff now 64. You can tell, back in the day. Well, I'll tell you, she was something back when they had electricity. Huff now 64. She's holding up right. Told Fox News Digital shortly after the trial, victory is right. Love it. Happy as can be. She was just a teenager. That's a long time ago, though. She was just a teenager when she and a friend met Cosby at a Los Angeles area park. You're right. The parents were doing a great job. Yeah. Let's hang out at the park and see if we can get some celebrity cock, Diane. All right. Where Bill Cosby was filming the movie Let's Do It Again. Ironically. 9 of the 12 jurors, one was an alternate who stepped in on Monday, had to agree to reach a verdict on each issue with a yes or a no. Cosby's representative, Andrew I Hate White People Wyatt, there he is, told Fox News Digital, now this is a lawyer, think about, I want you to listen to his statement and then go, really, that's all you got? This was a huge victory for us, he says, because they was, and that's how they wrote it in the article, I'm not being a smartass, they was looking for millions. He can't conjugate a verb, but he's a lawyer. Just showing we're done. They was looking for millions of dollars. That amount will not cover the legal bills, and we will be appealing that matter. However, Mr. Cosby will not be paying punitive damages, he said. Wyatt, now listen to this statement, released a statement at 4 p.m. regarding the verdict. We have always maintained that Judith Huth, Gloria Allred, and their cohorts fabricated these false... Yeah, 60-something women have the same story, but it's all fabricated. Go back to wherever you came from. I'm going to say DeVry, but he couldn't even get into DeVry. Fabricated their false accusations in order to force Mr. Cosby to finance their racist, here it comes, mission against a successful and accomplished black man. How did he get it successful and accomplished in such a racist country, you dolt? How'd you become a lawyer, you fucking dolt? White supremacy. Yeah, it's a fact. I can say that because I'm not all white, remember? Got some black blood in me. That's what my black friends tell me.
There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind.
Huth alleged Cosby made her drink alcohol as part of the game. It's a drinking game. Then took her to the Playboy Mansion. There, according to the complaint, he took her into an isolated bedroom. By the way, I've been to I spent 8 hours at the Playboy Mansion shooting a thing for Comedy Central. You can go on my website. I'm writing the thing with the fucking smoking. And but that place was moldy. The bed, they took a tour that it's like stuck in 1974. It's just, I'm sure they've done something since. That hat, I saw it there when I was there a couple of years. Anyways, he took her into an isolated bedroom, kissed her on the mouth, slid his hand down her pants, and used her hand to perform a sex act on him. Shadow puppets, they say.
About the 1,000 other fucking pigs you had your dick in over the years. The strippers, the cocktail waitresses. Were you best friends with all of them too?
Yeah.
I finally got to use that thing. The 84-year-old was freed from prison, Jesus, last year after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his 2018 criminal conviction. Yeah, why was that? In a snippet from a 2015 video deposition shown to jurors, Cosby denied having any sexual contact with Huth because he's a lying cocksucker. His spokesman and attorney have each no, she made this up out of whole cloth, right? Reiterated his denial throughout the trial.
You're lying. And you're a piece of shit.
And you got a white nose, man. That's got to bug you. Finally tonight on Meet the Press, McCrazy McBitch.
We got time for 2 more.
Oh, like I said, second to last story. Listen, is that Russian? You're from the military. McCrazy McBitch. Gee, I wonder what happened. It's got Mick as a McDonald's and bitch as in, well, anyway. Authorities in Arizona are looking for a woman who is apparently upset that the fries she ordered, get this, I can't put, at Wendy's. Oh, Wendy's? I put Mick. What was I doing last night? I go to send Dallas a clip of the Stooges. He pulls it up. It's a guy bowling on Channel 8. At Wendy's restaurant were cold. Her McNuggets were, and the chicken nuggets were not spicy before allegedly assaulting an employee, of course.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black.
Hey, black people, I got a couple words for you. Conflict resolution. Look it up. It comes right on the Glock 21. The Casa Grande Police Department said the unhappy customer took things too far. The Casa Grande, the big house, took things too far when she notified the fast food restaurant of the botched order. A surveillance photo released by authorities shows a woman accused of assaulting a worker at a drive-thru. You might as well be in the military over in Afghanistan instead of working a window at a fast food joint. What with the black people and their short tempers? Yes, white people too. I've seen. What am I saying? I am so full of shit. In the 80s, I went to Miami Sub, with my late great buddy, Greg Zook, because I had done a gig down there. We're looking for a place to eat. Miami Subs are all over the place. I get a turkey sub. We pull away from the drive-thru. I open it. There's no turkey in it, just lettuce and tomato. So I said, swing around again. There's nobody. Swung around. I threw the sandwich at the glass. So you know what? I have to apologize. But come on. I had a bad set that night and I had about 20 drinks in me. I was rejected by a male waiter. Yeah, at Applebee's. He had a nice ass. Anyways, she said that she got spicy nuggets instead of normal ones, saying they were burnt. The poor thing. Farina Hunt, a witness to the alleged attack, told Fox Phoenix as she was in the drive-thru line trying to place an order. Yeah, she was so upset because they weren't spicy and...
Oh, poor you.
The woman was apparently yelling at the employees to fix the order. We have that audio.
What folks says about this family I does. I told you and told you.
I asked for spicy nuggets, and you can tell my lady spicy nuggets over at Master John's house.
You to go to Mr. John Wilkins's and eat like a field hand and gobble like a hog.
The lady was being harassed by another woman. She was saying, "Give me my effing food." She was calling her names and said, "I'm going to throw it at you." That's better than what I did. I didn't announce it. "And I'm going to hit you," she said. She threw a hard sinker inside corner. "And I heard something being thrown." This is the witness talking. The suspect allegedly threw the bag with fries and nuggets at the employee as well as a drink.
You fucking whore. Fuck you. Yeah, that's it. Go home. Get my dinner ready.
Lucky Christopher Maltasanti was working the drive-thru. Takes no shit from them. The lady was definitely overreacting, Hunt said. There's definitely a better way to handle it. It's called temperament control. Like my 3-year-old knows this. We have footage of the cops tased her as she was running away.
You fucking whore.
What a brutal show. I don't know. You're right. I had much more time than I thought. Boy, I must be enjoying this job. I'm trying to get out of here. Finally tonight on Meet the Munsters, Ronnie DeSantis, I'll tell you, making all the right moves. DeSantis reestablishes state guard. He really is. This is a guy that's solution-oriented. Think about what he's done in the last couple of years as opposed to Biden. Think about it. More than 1,200 people have applied to the newly reestablished Florida State Guard to fill 400 open positions. And one of its newest recruits is a former New York resident who said he moved to the lower taxed and less regulated free state of Florida. That's why he went down there, because he believes in it, baby.
It's freedom, baby. Yeah.
Governor Ron DeSantis reestablished the State Guard to lessen the burden of an understaffed and overstretched Florida National Guard and to hire servicemen and women being forced out of the U.S. military over the federal he said. Oh, my God.
He was the best guy around.
This guy, let me tell you, folks, I think he might be next. It's really hairy because Trump is the kingmaker right now, you know? Although he did lose last night. He lost a primary, somebody he backed. He also won one. Alabama, somewhere down there. The U.S. military has been kicking out great service members, this is him talking, Ron, over the Biden administration's unacceptable and they are even targeting members of the National Guard, DeSantis said. Oh, my God. The bureaucrats in D.C. who control our National Guard have also refused to increase the number of guardsmen despite our increasing population, leaving Florida with the second worst National Guardsman to resident ratio. And let me tell you, in Florida, you better have National Guard, because this You know how it is. We do a story how crazy it is every week. You got Cubans and Haitians flying in and jumping around it. Planes are landing on the front lawn, and there's, I don't know, though. I kind of like that Florida's the go-to. That says people even liked it years ago. You know what I mean? But that's going to get all fucked. And, hey, it's my rule. Too many people ruins anything. Except going to my show. You should pack the motherfuckers. Fuck the fire marshal. By reestablishing the Florida State Guard under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Graham, not Lindsay, thank Christ. Oh, Jesus. This guy's pissed.
Resting badass face.
Yes, resting badass face. He looks like he just saw Pelosi walk by. We have a great opportunity to expand our capability to help people in times of need or disaster, Mr. DeSantis. Allocating more National Guard slots to Florida hasn't been something Congress or the executive branch has been willing to do. Of course not. Remember when DeSantis came up with great solutions to get medicine out for COVID? Remember? And they snubbed them. They wouldn't. Oh, they're fucking childish. Then again, they're trying to bring down the country, so what else you gonna do? DeSantis said, in the meantime, we saw an opportunity to say, we don't want to have military imposing some of this stuff with the vax. We understand there's going to be more people out of work, and we need more support, and the easiest way to expand the National Guard was to restart the State Guard, he said, always thinking.
Yes, sir.
DeSantis tapped retired Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel Chris Graham, seen here with gas, to lead the State Guard, building it from the ground up. I like this guy. I got a feeling it's going to get done. Graham will act as the right-hand man of Air Force Major General James Eifert. We still have white guys that are in the upper brass in the military, who also serves as the commanding general of the Florida State Guard. He looks a lot like Tim Scott. It's kind of creepy. Graham said it was his goal that every person in Florida who wants to help applies to join the State Guard. I mean, he's always thinking out the box. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking out the box. DeSantis, let me ask you this. If Trump, and I told you, Trump's ego, I don't see him. If Trump has an opportunity to be the most powerful person in the world, I don't see him staying home and not taking it. Or maybe I do. If he loves this country this much, I don't care. I miss Trump as president. I don't care if it's, but the people who were offended at his mean tweets, the ones that are on the fence, thought he was a little rambunctious and too, DeSantis, whatever. Put him on the same ticket and they get in a fist fight on the first. We don't want that. But I think DeSantis, I think it's obvious. He's setting himself up. Definitely being the wrong. Another guy, I'm not going to say. I used to like Marco Rubio, but he's yeah, exactly. But he's smart, eloquent. He's a Hispanic. I'm thinking like the Dems. You could check that box off. Maybe get him fake tits, trans. Look right down the line. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for, what is it, Wednesday? That is it for Wednesday. Don't forget to sign up at thecomicsgym.com. Don't forget to sign up at patreon.com. Again, monthly subscribers. Got to grow the show. We're going to make some changes. I don't know what they are yet. We're going to make some change. We got to do some serious marketing. I'm working harder than I want to. I'm lazy. Anyways, and don't forget, cameo.com. If you want me to roast a friend or relative. And nickdip.com. Jesus Christ. Anybody else sick of saying .com? Is this always going to be? Well, I'll be dead in a few years. What am I complaining about? All right, that's it. You guys thinking I'll say it? You're very welcome. See you back here tomorrow. Have a good day.